Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Just Bree coming at you with another video. Feel free to hit the like, share, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for getting me to 500 and let's see, how many subs I got, y'all? 506. All right, let's check it out. Since we 505. I was close. Okay. So
What's your name?
So the next goal obviously is, should I make it a big one or a small one? I guess the next goal would be 550. 550. Well, we're just gonna keep reaching for the stars, y'all. You know. I thank y'all for tuning in. So let's get into it, y'all. Another pineapple video here. Let's get into it.
Hello, sir. Where's
Trap
your
rapper
shirt?
refuses to accept alpha woman
I don't
3
wear it.
kids.
I'll put one on. You want me to?
No, it's your show. Go for it.
Okay. Before you even ask how old I am, yeah, I look young. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I'm pushing 29. A couple of months.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. What is his name?
But y'all both look nice today.
Lante?
Thank
You
What
welcome.
is this? What does this mean?
Lante.
I got this when I was young. My parents big on Egyptian stuff. Got hooked on it. Eye of Ra, Eye of Horus.
Yeah.
Good luck and protection.
Okay.
You know, I'm a very spiritual person.
You ain't no Christian, boy. I'm just kidding.
Are you?
I actually, yeah, I am now. I got into it about like 2 years ago, and I've like really like gotten into it really, really deeply.
Got
Yeah, I
into
think it's
what?
big now. I think a lot of people been getting big on it right now. You know what I mean?
What's she getting
Breaking
into? Egyptian? What?
away from the whole religion thing, getting more into a more spiritual thing. It was something that probably was passed down to us as a kid. Somebody said here in the trap house, man, they funny, man.
Where you
They
at?
hilarious, man.
Where are you? Are you home?
I am home.
Okay. Where is your home?
I'm in Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah, I was actually just down there in Texas, in Houston, just not too long ago. But one of my bros is a YouTuber. I don't know if y'all familiar with Rob and Natalie. If y'all not familiar with them, go subscribe. I ain't never gonna, you know what I mean? But other than that, I'm
How you gonna promote somebody's channel on somebody else's channel without their permission?
here to talk to Keisha. You know what I mean? I don't know if you want to be called Markeisha or Keisha.
Either one, but I prefer Keisha, yeah.
Keisha, that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, you got any questions you want to ask me?
You said you're how old?
I'm pushing 29. I'm 28.
So when's your birthday?
August. I'm Virgo. Check zodiac sign.
A Gemini.
Gemini. Ooh, okay. One of my close friends is Gemini. We're real cool. We talk a lot. She real cool. Well, my dad's a Gemini too. We bump heads a lot, so I get the best of both worlds.
When's his birthday?
Geez, I know it's early. Whatever month it is, it's early. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not really a family-oriented person, but
You're not family-oriented?
It's been growing on me.
Wow. What do you mean you're not family-oriented?
Family-oriented.
You don't really deal with your family?
As a young African-American man, I had to, come up. I had a hard life, you know what I mean? I don't.
Okay, let's not do that. I mean, people have hard lives in general. If you not close to your dad, you should just say that.
Let it hold me back in life. I went to college, graduated, started my own business and trucking and stuff like that. So, but it's something I've been growing back into. You know what I mean? In society, we got family and friends, close friends. So it's been growing on me.
So you're not close to none of your family?
No, I'm very close. I'm close. I got some family reasons.
So you're not close to your dad.
That's exactly.
So say
that's what he should have said.
Yeah, don't say you're not family oriented. There's a big difference.
I'm sorry. I apologize. You're right.
You don't have to apologize. I'm just trying to correct you because you just because you didn't grow up with your dad doesn't mean you're not family oriented.
Correct. I agree.
I'm sorry. How do you say your name? Lante?
It's actually Delante, but I just tell everybody call me Delante or Tay, shorten it up.
Okay, Lante, what do you bring to the table?
What I bring to the table?
Yes.
I bring everything.
Oh, you bring
Like
it.
what?
I mean, I bring financial stability, emotional stability, mental stability, whatever you wanna, whatever you.
What? You know what? Before I read this comment, I got a good sense about him. Aside from this little freaky tattoo.
Whatever a person would consider that they need, I'm coming with, because I'm a very understanding person. I'll always put other people before me, empathetic before sympathetic. So that's just me being 100 with y'all. You know, I'm honest. I don't want to seem too thuggish or streetish. That's me being honest with you guys. You know, I don't know if y'all want me to talk proper or not.
I like him.
Me being a business, you know.
Yourself. Be yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
But me being able to handle myself in different areas in life is a skill. So
Yeah.
if I could talk to people, you know what I mean, professionally, that's a skill. If I could talk to my friends, how I talk to my friends, you know what I mean, and I can relate to them, that's also beneficial as well in life.
When was your latest relationship?
I'm sweating.
When was my latest relationship?
Yes.
Actually, I just really joined the show because I just wanted to, you know, get a little more insight on Keisha. But I'm actually currently in a relationship right now that I'm working
Excuse
on.
me, sir.
Is that a problem? The last guy girlfriend had a whole episode like.
These people like what?
Story on it, like, hold on now. It was like catfish cheaters on there. He popped outside on him and everything. Then he brought her into the camera. Hold on, I'm just being honest
Okay,
with
so
y'all.
question. So you have a girlfriend and you're on here trying to talk to Keisha. So it's to, I don't know, I keep on saying to recruit her. Like, do you want to be
To
in a
recruit her?
polygamous relationship? What's
I
up?
apologize. I thought I elaborated that earlier. I
What?
literally just wanted to talk to Keisha. And listen, I just wanted to talk. I was watching the show. I was interested in the comments and what she was saying and everything so forth. So I just jumped on the show. You know what I mean? But
So
other than that,
you would be okay if your girlfriend jumped on something like this?
absolutely. I'm not a judgmental person, honestly. And actually, if she meets somebody that may be better for her in her life, why would I not support that?
What?
That's that jealous sucker stuff.
That's not being jealous. That's respect.
At the same time, it could be respect, but at the same time, it's not disrespect because I have a lot of women friends. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, but this is a dating show. So if you come, it's.
I don't. To be honest with you, I don't think Keisha. To be honest with you, that's why I said I wanted to jump on the show. I don't think Keisha is actually looking to date somebody right now.
No, I definitely want to date. Let me be honest with you. I dated. I actually like dating. I enjoy dating. Like I don't like to be. I was single for 5 years before I had my son now. Before I was with his dad.
Your latest.
I'm sorry.
Your latest child.
Yes. I dated. I was single for 5 years. I dated a lot. I enjoy dating. I like to date. But I am getting older, so now it's like the dating has to actually go to something. But I feel like a lot of men in this age, like you just said, you're dating somebody, but you're on here. So it's like that type of stuff discourages me to be like, I don't even want to take no man serious. I'm a huge apologizer. I gotta stop doing.
Wait a minute, girl. What? She said him coming on here saying that he's dating someone is discouraging her. Now, how about you get off of here and go meet a man in real life, bitch? But you can't because you got 3 kids by I don't know how many men. So shut up.
Doing that. I'm working on that right now. I'm gonna apologize because I don't want to discourage you from finding somebody. I actually thought the one dude with the nice little suit and tie and stuff like that. I thought y'all made a nice connection. You know what I mean? I thought he was a cool dude. And for the type of women that you came across to me personally, I kind of feel like he would be somebody that would be perfect for you. And honestly, that's because I feel like you're a very strong, independent woman, and you're very strong-minded. You know what I mean? But also at the same time, you also do have 3 children. And right now, I'm 28, and I don't have any children. And I know for me personally, and for a lot of men, that'd be something big to take on. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, you better preach. You better preach it.
that's just being honest and what's going
No,
on in society right now.
I'm not taking
And
offense. Thank you.
yeah. I'm just being real, and I'm pretty sure the guy that does that you do.
She talking about how much she was in love with dating, and before she had her third kid, but now she didn't hit the wall, realizing she getting old, and now she want to find a man. Girl, you better preach, sir. Preach,
Due
Delonte.
date is going to love you and your children as if they were his. And if he doesn't, he's not the perfect guy for you.
I agree.
Exactly, but I don't think the right questions were being asked for some of the guys on the show. Yeah, obviously a lot of guys on the show, you see you, you're very pretty, you're very beautiful. Put it like this, you're a 10 in guys' eyes. You know, you got
A 10 in looks. Let's just be clear, looks wise.
that, you got that.
We don't know what's behind all the lashes and behind this, because she got very little makeup on. So she is a very pretty girl.
That sex appeal to you just off looking at you on the camera. Then you know a lot of guys in here want to be thirsty and stuff like that, but I don't feel like they were asking the right questions. So I just wanted to jump on the show and just chop it up. You know what I mean? Before I jumped on the video game and had to go to work in the morning. So anyway, just to be 100 with y'all, you know what I mean? But
well, thank you.
I'm say what?
I said thank you.
No, most definitely. You know what I mean? One thing that I did want to ask is, what was one of the reasons that your last relationships with, your past two child's fathers didn't work out?
Well, I was really young. I was really young when I dated my first. I was with him from when I was 16 till I was 23.
Okay.
It was very toxic. He cheated on me all the time.
But you were in love, and you wanted to work out.
I thought I was in love. Yeah. We were very abusive to each other.
Well, I'm glad she said they were abusive to each other, because more likely than not, that's the situation. It's not just a man going upside your head and he just, while you just sitting there one day eating your cereal.
We used to fuck each other up. It was a lot. So that's why I left him. And then this last relationship, where do I start with that one?
You said you approached him. You see him approach him. Got him, asked him for his number. You thought he would. You feel me?
Oh, he paying attention. He running it down to
Prince
her.
Charming.
I
listen.
I was pregnant. And I was on bed rest, and he felt like I wasn't doing enough. And he says that I was basically in the night or whatever, I was lazy in his eyes. And he ended up leaving me after I had the baby, but which is crazy because before.
That's something important for your next guy to know, that he left you. You didn't leave him.
Oh no, yeah, he left me.
He left you. He didn't even give you a chance. You understand?
Yeah.
And we're all growing. We are, like you said, you're learning yourself more. You're figuring yourself out more, and that's just how it is with a lot of people right now. Some people.
I'm not lazy. I'm a hustler. I have my own money. I have my own shit.
I completely believe you. I absolutely believe that you got your own stuff and you're not lazy. I'm talking about him and his characteristics on why he left you.
Don't talk about somebody that you really don't know the other side. Lante, you was doing good. Don't go there.
That shit was bullshit.
And that's why, like, my relationship right now, like, with my relationship I got going on right now, I've been dating her for about 3 years now. You know what I mean? And hey, but hold on now. Hear me out now. Before you pineapple me, I don't know what's about to go on. I don't know what you're about to say. This show, people get kicked off this show so fast. I don't know what's going on. But look,
you should have been kicked out.
At some point in time in my relationship, I was. You say what? What you say?
I said you should have been kicked out for having a girlfriend. So Keisha is very. I don't know.
That's interesting.
That's how you feel, man. I'm just talking. I'm gonna give her
the dating show.
That's probably gonna give her, honestly. But yeah, though, for the most part, though, in my relationship, at the beginning of it, you know what I mean? It's ups and downs to everything, and shorten it all up. If somebody's not willing to be there in the beginning through the ups and downs and so on and so forth, that's not the person you want to be with. So on and so, you know what I mean? And that's just how I feel, honestly. you know, and he wasn't the perfect guy for you. Like you said, you was going through something right there after you had a child. You know, that could have been postpartum. I forgot what they call it, postpartum depression or something like that. You know what I mean? It could have been anything. He didn't even take the time to try to even understand it. You know what I mean?
I agree. Thank you.
I don't really like people talking about another side that they don't really know, but I liked him. It's just that I think he just wanted to give his opinion and his advice, which was not asked for, but whatever. I think I liked him. So this person says, shows you that women need good guy friends. I don't know about that, y'all. Dude got on, spoke his piece, and enlightened her. Power to this man, girl. If you have 3 kids pushing 30, you need more than talks. She need to find her baby's daddy. Hell, she picked him, so deal with that. I mean, and then not to mention after she went through what she went through with the first guy, the first baby daddy, how the hell you go around the second time and do the same bullshit? Especially without getting a ring, bitch. And forgive me for saying bitch. I don't know why that just puts more emphasis on it. He really spit the real to her, even though the comments were down to him. He seems he has good sense. Yeah, he was cute. I liked him. Didn't even watch the whole video. Y'all called him a trapper in the caption, but the guy says he went to college, graduated, and started his own trucker business. Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's the whole can't judge a book by its cover, but we do it time and again. That's just what we do. Shout out to this dude. You're a real one with the words, bro. Keep strong. Don't let that hold you down. The balls when she asks the guy, what do you bring to the table? When the girl has kids and brings nothing more than kids and drama. Not to mention, and I know people hate to hear this, but when you become a step parent, particularly a stepfather, she's got 3 kids. I don't know who's the boy, who's the girl. Um, that matters as well. Um, are they preteen, teens? I think they said she's 30, so her kids are probably younger. Child. I mean, when I think of the whole thing, like so I was raised by my mother husband from a baby. I didn't know he was my father technically until I was 14. But I never said anything. So I knew from 14. And cause he was, anyway, I just couldn't imagine telling that man, my mother husband, you ain't my daddy. I ain't got to listen to you. And then calling my dad on the phone, my biological father on the phone, causing all kinds of ruckus and commotion. And I mean, I know people do it all the time, but can you imagine the disrespect that goes on where the man just gotta take it? I mean, he don't have to, but he takes it because he loves that woman. Or if he disciplined the kid and she feel like it's too much, and the father ain't around altogether, so he paying for that kid that don't even belong to him biologically, and she interferes with his discipline. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know this young lady's perception of that, of having a stepfather. Of what it would be like for a man to be a stepfather to her kids. How much she would allow him to parent, and things of that nature. Because that's a whole other monster. Because one thing's for certain, two things for sure. My father, all 5'6" of him, he didn't play no games. And had my biological father been a part of the picture, and would have been beefing with my mom or standing me up like he did my brother, because my brother always knew him. My biological brother always knew who he was. And my biological brother said that he stood him up, or he only seen him 4 times in his life. So can you imagine That man had me sitting at the window waiting for him to show up. And then when he finally do, my mother husband whooping his ass or just being upset and just because I'm upset and just the whole household being thrown off because it's one man, that my mother chose. I'm not trying to take the blame from her or accountability from her, but that's why when she got married and they both decided, however they decided, that my biological father wasn't going to be in the situation, period, point blank, whether you agree or disagree, because it's only one man ahead of the house. Ain't no outside man going to be running shit when my father was around. You understand? So that's just how that went. So I could just imagine her thoughts on a man coming into their life being a stepfather. This dude 150% real. Good thing Melanie wasn't quick on the pineapple button. Damn, this was a surprise. Dude spun the whole ordeal completely around. But don't be too quick to judge. He said, I don't think Marquisha really wants to date right now. And Marquisha replies, stutter, stutter, I stutter. Exactly. Todd Cook said it's a shame she's right at 30 and don't know what she really wants in a man, but she knew how to make them kids. Not with one man, but two. Hello. Keep it a bean. The previous guy probably was the right guy, but the wrong questions were asked. That's her fault. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to get into the whole what did he do or what he didn't do. And she's sitting up there talking about he kicked her out because he called her lazy, but she's such a hustler. And it could be true. She could be telling the truth, but we'll never know. And I'm not going to sit up here and just say, everything she's saying is the gospel because we really don't know. So anyway, this is probably a good one. Let's start with Kevin Samuels' brother. That's not really his brother, but we'll see.
Bending down to the ground to put on your shoes is kind of a pain, until now. Introducing new Skechers Slip-ins. Hands-free technology for your footwear. Just step in and off you go. Putting your shoes on has never been easier. Plus, they're even machine washable. Go hands-free with your footwear with new Skechers Slip-ins.
All right,
Welcome to Icelandic Provisions, home of thick and creamy skyr. Full of protein. It's what keeps you full and keeps you going. Because you never know what is going to come at you.
Fair use,
Never.
fair use, fair use.
Ever.
Yeah, it's a commercial. Fair use, fair use.
Hello.
Oh shit. Hello, how you doing?
How you doing?
Good. I was hearing that you're into music, right?
I am.
What do you do? I'm a music mix, well, a DJ, of course. But I also do mixing in the studio. So I don't know if I'm really looking for a deep relationship because it doesn't really look like you are too. Because it sounds like your business is going to be your main relationship. I think success seems to be what's primary in your life. I would like to know, how did you get to this far with being single as you are now?
Well, that's an interesting question that no one's asked it. So I'd say when someone said why I'm single is two things. Like I said, timing, and then where was it bad? I say it wasn't bad choices for me. So where I may seem come off as cutthroat is that I've gone with the flow and kind of saw where things are going and look up and somebody's wasting my time for 2 years. And then I look up and I didn't pay attention to the clues and somebody had a whole life complete with a wife and everything else that I had no idea. Yeah, that's another good story. Yeah. So, that takes a toll on you, so, the trust factor is, I'm not an investigative PI person. I let people do what they want to do. It's not because I don't care. It's because I feel like you're going to do what you want to do. So I'm going to let you dictate and let your energy dictate how we interact, but I'm not chasing nobody.
Okay.
I'm not checking for you. I'm not doing all that. And in an industry, especially where, not industry, but I say in an environment where social media and everything is at people's fingertips, is we live in a society where everything's stimulation. So if you don't feel stimulated, then all of a sudden you are doing whatever. And then which I have, if I catch you doing that, it's a no, that there's no coming back from cheating. I can forgive people that make mistakes and things like that, but I don't believe in cheating. I believe in leaving if it's not right. But before that, I believe in having conversations. So if you feel neglected, if you feel like something's not, suiting you for whatever reason, whether I believe it or not, if it's your perception, it's incumbent upon you to speak up, but not to go outside. And I've been single because people cheat. When you have a lot of things going on, that's what I said, you got to match my energy. And so it's work now, but this ain't gonna be the energy until I get into the grave. So I have a plan, but it isn't to work at this speed for my entire life. And so once I realized I was pouring energy into other people and I wasn't getting anything back, and I started looking up and I'm stagnant, is I'm on a path now that I gotta make up for lost time for myself.
So what the hell does that have to do with dating and wanting a relationship? Like, this sounds like a bunch of independent bullshit.
And I don't have time for BS. I don't tolerate a lot, and it's I don't have time to waste.
Okay. Great. So how long ago was your last relationship?
He's handsome.
A year.
A year? And it broke up because
he just wanted to do what he wanted to do. He wanted to still date other people and do it. And after 6 months or a year of dating somebody, if you don't know at this age, then you don't know.
yeah.
Whether amazing I am or not, it's just not me, or you want your cake and eat it too. And either one of those have nothing to do with me, it has to do with you. So I got to keep it moving.
What would you say are your best qualities?
I said one thing is I'm pretty self-sufficient.
Pertain to a relationship.
A relationship, yes. So I'm not a needy person. And I think that in that aspect, since I'm not needy, I'm also cognizant of what other people need. So the relationship, I make sure that, I do believe in tending. I do believe in entertaining the person I'm at. And I believe in like I said, supporting their dreams and aspirations. So I think in a relationship, it's a give and take. It's reciprocity. So if I'm asking somebody to believe in me, I do believe, in which I've poured into a lot of people, which as I said, I'm not on the building man at this point. I poured in so much where I believe so much in somebody, whether it be believing their dream, their job, going back to school, that I almost lost myself. So I will be immersed, while I may be an alpha female, I do believe in, catering
Alpha female. Here we go.
to the person that I'm with. So once we're together, it's no holds bars. I don't have any apprehension of making sure the person or the partner I'm with feels satisfied and happy in all aspects.
How long do you think it will be until you feel like you're comfortable in your life to the point where you feel like you can focus more energy on a man?
Yeah, she talked about a lot about
Try our Firehouse Meatball or Hearty Italian sub, just $6.99 each.
Winston in the past.
Well, I think
and
it
she's a
comes
pretty
with,
good looking lady. But I would imagine she at least 35. So I don't know if she got kids. All right, let's hear what she got.
I think there's a timing where I have like a 1 month or 2 month or something like that, or 2-year plan. I have things in my life that I'm moving, and I want to see to fruition. But I think the right man that's coming into my life that's going to, to compliment me, not support me, but support my dreams, is we're going to match that energy and we're going to go that path together, because he's going to be on that same path. So while I'm attaining these goals, whether it be to put my truck in the logistics company on the road, whether it be to grow my consultant company, whether it be to go off and acting or DJing, whatever the case is that he's going to compliment me. So it's not going to be, he has to wait for me to get to a marker. While he's obtaining his goals, I'm going to compliment him, and he's obtaining my goals, and we're going to grow together. So I don't have a infinite amount of time where something's going to, be like, okay, in a year, now I'm going to get married. And I don't believe in doing that because I believe that you block your blessings by doing that.
Okay, are you business at home as well, or can you be affectionate?
I'm sorry?
Are you business at home as well, or are you a business? Are you like you are now when you're with your significant other by yourself?
No, it's time place for everything. I mean, I'm not, I'm not, I mean, we have fun. I mean, I play basketball, I shoot pool. And we should still have fun. And I have a 10-year-old who keeps me on my toes. So
Okay, she got
even though I wouldn't normally do TikToks and things like that, we have fun. I'm a pretty no nonsense when it comes to handling my business, but it's not like a one dimensional, like, oh my goodness, like, let's check a box off today on Thursday, we have sex. You know, like, we're not those Tuesdays is dinner night. Like, it's not a methodical. I don't believe in planning out a relationship. That I'm not that person, but I believe when I'm dating someone, I do have to make plans, just to make sure that my daughter's, well taken care of. But, I like a spontaneous guy. I don't want to plan out our whole relationship. Like I said, sex on Thursday, dinner on Tuesday. Like, I don't do that. Like, that's.
So as far as your daughter, does she still have a good relationship with her father, and do you have a good relationship with her father still as well?
I definitely don't. I have a good relationship with his wife, the wife that he didn't let me know he had. So, yeah, that's another whole, yeah. One of those, I'm going through a divorce that never happened, and I forgot to tell you that I was even married in the first place type of stuff. Yeah.
Hey, I understand.
One of those, but I would say this is that I'm not bitter or angry on his wife. That we have a great relationship. It is cordial, where I can drop my daughter off at her house. We share Christmas gifts and stuff like that. I have a hard time respecting him, but I never badmouth, even though I feel like I have enough that I could. I never badmouth him to my daughter. She has his phone number. She can talk to me anytime she wants. And the relationship is there if she chooses it. But she does get along with his other kids and his wife very well. And like I said, I have a report. There's no need for me to talk to him directly, in my mind, because my daughter's old enough to have the relationship, and I have the relationship with his wife. So if I need anything, I text her. There's no need for me to talk to him. And we have a really great rapport, and I'm glad she accepts my daughter, even in the midst of the madness that happened, that I was put in a bad situation.
Okay, I don't want to waste too much more time, but I do have one last question. And what is it that what attracted you to your ex in the first place? What kind of personality did he have? How did he get you?
So it's stated that most of the people that I've dated, which is why I'm kind of doing this non-traditional, I've known for a while. So most of the people that have become my boyfriend or somebody that I've had long-term relationships, I've known personally. And it was either kind of like, hey.
Well, damn, how long did you know him if you didn't know he was married? What the hell?
We're going to give this a chance. And it was like, well, you're not single and I'm single. So almost every last relationship, with the exception of one, I've never really met somebody like at a restaurant and not known them at all and been like, okay, struck up and they became my boyfriend. Almost everybody that I've ever had a long-term relationship, I've had some type of friendship or we've never crossed the line because either they were in a relationship or I was. It was kind of like, seemed kind of. And outside of that is that I'm a big on character. Okay. So my ex is an amazing person that, while I feel like the timing wasn't right, I think that he took care of his family, which I think is really big. He took care of his mother. In addition to that, very community oriented.
She's talking about the ex and not the baby daddy.
Was amazing sexually. So that's got to have sexual chemistry. So all that is not important. It is, and that's why a lot of people cheat. So I'm like, all that, got to have a good heart. Got to have a good heart, but I got to be attracted to you, and the sex got to be good. In addition to that, entrepreneur. He owns several businesses. Was educated. So I felt like was the ultimate catch. But in his mind is that while I might have complimented those things, he still wanted to date. And at my point is that you gotta pull the plug. Is how long is it gonna take you? It don't take a whole day to recognize sunshine. and I'm not gonna be strung along, and I'm gonna let you do you. And for me, it was like, okay, I don't have any ill will towards him. We're still friends. I still, maybe see him on social media. Everything's cool and stuff like that. But you got it. To me, I feel like there's a time frame where you should know if that's someone that you want to pursue long term. And maybe there's something about me that he didn't want to, because I asked the question, there's something about, why this isn't working? Like, no, I got, okay. So either he's not being honest or he just wants his cake and too. Either or, it doesn't have anything to do with me personally, because you haven't given me anything, whether I accept it or rejected it. You didn't give me anything that I could potentially look back and reflect or work on as to why I am not the woman that you can just settle down with. So I believe you just want to be out there, and that's okay with me. But you're not gonna be out there with me and other people like that. And it's been over a year that we had dated or whatever.
Okay. So he just wasn't ready.
Timing. That's why I said timing. And I'm like, for me, but I tell people, I was like, you have to believe you're an amazing catch. That's why I said, anybody comes up in here scared and stuff, like, even if we're not a match, like, I like your energy, I like our conversation, DJ George, but I'm like, even if we're not the right energy, is if you already come in like feeling like you're not worthy, then why are you in that relationship? Like, I would never have somebody, like, even if we're not a match, like I said, I would never disrespect or, clown somebody. I know people do that. It's really hard. I applaud men, because I do believe a man should pursue a woman, and they do get shot down a lot. And I applaud men that even come on here. So I respect that. So I try not to be disrespectful unless you act crazy. But, I don't want to do that. But then the aspect of that is that I tell people is that timing and energy and, it all has to match. Because like I said, I have my last thing, and we're coming up on the hour, is that I dated a guy in my freshman year in college. He was gorgeous, like gorgeous guy, but our energy didn't match. And we ended up becoming just friends. He ended up becoming my best friend. I call him my brother to this day. And back up a year or two ago, I had a girlfriend that was single, and I hooked him up. He had been divorced and stuff. They are amazing. They are now about to cohabitate and live together, and probably.
I actually like her in some aspects. I kind of roll the same way when it comes to relationships. As far as letting people just do them and be who they are. Like, I'm not a jealous type person. I don't need to see your phone. I don't need to check up on you on the internet, on Facebook, none of that shit. I'm off of that altogether now anyway. I don't care who I don't go searching for nothing. If it comes to me, that's one thing. But I don't go out my way, just for example, a guy I was dating, who I met through a dating site. When I decided that I was feeling him, I told him, I said, listen, I'm canceling my, not my, I logged out of my account basically. So, and I told him, I said, listen, I'm just telling you this. It doesn't, you do what you want to do. I said, but I'm letting you know, I logged out the dating site, and I wasn't going on here to check to try to see if he was. I don't even know how you can. It probably is a way, but I didn't give a shit, because I felt like, when he was with me, he was with me. So in that respect, I'm with her, with Tasha, on that. I actually kind of like her. She kind of straightforward and blunt. Maybe to some men she could be a little more feminine. But in that aspect, I definitely agree with her on that. The whole jealousy thing.
God willing, get married. He was amazing. Like, he dropped dead gorgeous. But our energy was like, okay, he was gorgeous, but our backgrounds and the way we just didn't mesh that way. And it wasn't about physical. It wasn't about him, not being community oriented. We just didn't have that chemistry. And after he got divorced from his first wife, like literally, I knew my girlfriend. I was like, "You're gonna like him." She's like, "Yeah, but you did." I'm like, "No, trust me, you're gonna like him." And from day one, they hit it off. 2 years later, like literally this week, they are moving in together. He lived in.
I wonder. I don't know if I have a guy friend that I'm that close to. Actually, I don't. But I think if I did, I wouldn't mind hooking him up with a friend. What y'all think about that? I think I could hook a friend up with a friend. Maybe if I don't know if I see, I could detach myself. If I slept with him, I really don't care. I know I personally wouldn't hook him up if I slept with him. So I don't know if she's saying she slept with the guy, but I could definitely see myself hooking up a friend of a guy that I just, dated a couple of times and didn't have sex with.
New York and she lived in LA, and they are literally swapping each other's lives now. So I say anybody that's on here, because I appreciate, I think somebody says they think they like the feedback. So Melly, I appreciate. I didn't watch the show, but watch the show now. Is that and for all the gentlemen on here, don't ever be intimidated by anybody that comes on here. Number two is I applaud you for even coming on this platform, because it's got to be, hey, I'm on here. So where people are like, I can't believe you're on. Like, everybody has different elements in their life that they're either working on, timing, energy, whatever the case, synergy, not being able to cross the paths. Because when I do work a lot, when do I see people? So, so like, okay, I may have to use non-traditional things to even meet interesting people, which I don't really like a lot of the DMs, but, I answer them sometimes. But it's like, okay, so if you're not going to answer your DMs, you're working all the time, when are you going to meet somebody? So when she hit me up, I was like, oh, that might be kind of cool, whatever. So I do non-traditional, is I would say, is make sure that if you're looking just for a fly-by casual thing, that's what you do. Make sure that you're honest and open to people and what you're looking for. And don't waste anybody's time, because whoever you are with or was with is not available. Now you need somebody to occupy your time. So I would say I've been that girl where somebody, I've just occupied their time because whoever they really wanted to be with, it didn't work out. And then by the time I realized that you're using me, and then you realize, well, dang, she's actually a good catch, I have to cut you off. So like, don't use anybody. Like, men don't like to heal. Be by yourself. If whatever relationship you're in isn't working, be by yourself, or casually date and let somebody know you're casually dating them. Do not go into something, because somebody like me will get involved with somebody and then look up and they're like, oh my goodness, I didn't realize I'm still involved, or I'm still in love with my ex. Well, what you doing getting in this relationship? And I've been that person too. People say what happened. I've been in those type of situations. And by the time that stuff don't work out and you realize it's not working out, I don't want to be with you. I'm not anybody's second option or second choice. I can love you and never speak to you again in life if you ever make me feel that way. So I applaud the guys that are on here. Thank you, Melly, for the opportunity.
Yeah, thank you, Melly.
You're welcome. All right. So yeah, so that's it. You're done for tonight.
Oh. Well, on that note, Saint Dog says she needs her own show. Ross said this is when he lost it. Once he asked her about her ex, you don't ever bring up they past unless you want them to start talking about them again. And she started reminiscing. I don't think she was reminiscing. I think she was just explaining. Yeah, she didn't ask a damn thing. But he had all his questions lined up. Teresa, daughter of Most High, says she don't have it together or know it all. She had a baby by a married man. She gives it up quick without ever going to his home. Girl, bye. Yeah, I mean, when she said she was friends, she friends with everybody first before she even gets into a relationship. How did you not know he was married? And in the midst of that, you ain't never went to his house? Girl, bye. She never said she had it all together though. So I don't know where that came from. No. I agree with this. I have never been that silly to get pregnant by a man, never seeing where he slept. The only Yeah, I've never dated a guy where I've never known where he lived at or been to his house. That's just crazy to me. That would never happen. Except I will say, except the guy I was dating that lived out of town. We never got a chance because he stopped talking to me. Because actually I think he was married. Um just because of yeah, he stopped communication. So something was going on. Um and if he wasn't married, he was had a girlfriend. Tasha is a well-grounded, accomplished, thoughtful, and wise woman due to her life experiences. She will make an awesome life partner. She's a keeper. Yeah, I like her. She's so on point in all aspects. This chick is delusional. She does not want anybody. She wants people to know what kind of person she is. Sounds to me like she just wants to vent. Too much masculine energy. Doesn't seem feminine at all. Looks feminine, but wants to open her mouth. She talks too much. Damn, this ain't no therapy session. I like what she had to say. She had a few good valid points. Um, I mean, hell, I liked my ex's, my son, father, wife. When I wasn't talking to him, I ain't care. I still don't like him. Talking to the wife and not your child's father. That's how I be sometimes. I don't know. I mean, my son, father, as far as I'm concerned, he an asshole. Which I mean is fine. That doesn't, I don't have to deal with him. Um, I tried to talk to him, but whatever. Tasha has taught me to shut up. I don't want anybody to view me as I view her. She definitely could have made her answers a lot shorter and sweet. Um, she definitely talked a lot, but I think that was good in a way just to see um that she really didn't care about enough to ask him anything. So Cliff Weaver said Tasha is perfect for me. She a true G. Would be happy if we lived next door to each other for 2 years before getting married. We'll make a great team. Someone who's patient and can match your brain power to build. I can see it. We would be perfect together, but 10 years from now I would F it up because before something like the iron still plugged in or let the tub overflow, then the alpha She-Hulk will come out. Oh, wow. M. Sami got the same question I got. Why they put Kevin Samuels' brother in the title? Because the way he asked questions? Yeah, I didn't get that. That was corny. That was corny, Melly Mel. You was corny for that. And on that note, feel free to hit the like, share, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna fade to black, y'all.